Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to change the oil and filter on a 2013 Kia Soul. So let me lift the vehicle up and I'll show you how to get started on it. Okay, now that we got the vehicle up on the lift, I'm going to show you where the oil drain plug is and the oil filter. Looking at it from the bottom, this is on the passenger side of the car now. This is the oil drain plug right here in the bottom of the oil pan, and then this is the filter. So let me get a ratchet, and we're going to take out the plug first and let it drain out, and then we're going to remove the filter. So this is a 17 millimeter drain plug. So let me grab the tools and we'll get started. Obviously you're going to have a bucket underneath to catch the fluid that comes out. Remember, you're going to go counterclockwise to remove it and clockwise to reinstall it. So you can just break it loose, bring your bucket up to drain, and then take out your drain plug. I always wear gloves because the oil is pretty nasty on your hands. So just let the fluid drain out now, and while that's draining, we're going to remove the oil filter, which is right up in here. Hopefully you can get a bucket to catch the oil and to catch the oil from the filter as well as from the drain plug. Okay? I use different type of tools to get this out. You can use one that's a cup like this that fits over the top of the filter, or you can use my favorite is this one here. It just hooks around the outside of the filter, and then you can just take it and loosen it up. And then once you have it loose enough, you turn it by hand. Just going to let it all drain out. Remove the filter, you unscrew it, make sure you have a bucket under it because a considerable amount of oil is going to come out of the filter. One little tidbit of information I want to just extend to you. When you take the old filter down, always make sure that this O-ring right here comes off with it, because sometimes this O-ring will remain up on the housing itself. Alright, so we let the oil drain out of the oil pan, and we'll let it drain out until it stops running. And you screw it right back up where it came from. Tighten it up as tight as you can make it by hand. You don't need to tighten it with a tool because you'll damage the filter or over tighten it. And wipe off all the excess oil underneath the bottom, because you don't want to have it dripping all over your driveway or the street or whatever. So we're going to let this drain out a little bit more, and once it finishes draining, we'll come right back. Okay, once your oil finishes draining out, we're going to take the oil drain plug and we're going to reinstall it. Make sure you still have your gasket, that it didn't fall off when you took the oil plug out. That's the gasket right here on the plug. Screw it in by hand, as far as you can by hand. Tighten it all the way down. Then you grab your ratchet, and you're going to go clockwise to tighten it. Bring it until it's tight, and then you go just a little bit more. Remember, you don't want to go too tight. You don't want to strip out the oil drain pan. Okay? Dry everything off underneath the bottom so you don't have any drips on the ground. And that's it. The oil plug is in, the oil filter's on. Now we're going to lower it down and we're going to put the oil in. Okay, once you've got the hood open, you're going to come over to the top of the engine itself, and that's where the oil goes back into. As you can see, it calls for a 5W20 motor oil, which is exactly what we're going to put in. You take the cap off, and both obviously we're going to use that again later. So just put it someplace where you're not going to drop it. This car calls for 3.5 quarts of oil, so we're going to put in 3.5 quarts, and then we're going to start it up and check the oil level. So let's get the oil into the car, and we'll put the cap back on. Put the cap back on when we start it, because we don't want oil splashing around when the engine is running. We'll start it, and we'll let it run for a couple of seconds. Now that we've had the car running for just a couple of seconds, take the dipstick out of the car. You wipe the dipstick down so it's clean. These are your marks that you're supposed to fill it to. That's the full mark, that's the low mark. So you put the stick back inside the engine, pull it back out, and take a look and see where the oil level is. And as you can see, it's going to take a little bit more oil, probably about another quarter to a half a quart. So let's put that in there, and we'll get it right up to the full mark. Remember, it's easier to put in additional oil than to try to take out. Okay, just wait a second, and we'll take the stick back out. Again, wipe the stick down, make sure it's nice and clean. Put it back in the engine as far down as it goes. Pull it back out and check to see where the oil is. And here it is exactly to the full mark right now. So we've done our job. The oil is full. Put the stick back in the engine. Remove the funnel. Put the oil cap back on the car. Make sure it screws down straight. And you hear a click. And that's it. Oil change is done. And then the last thing you want to do, obviously, is take a look underneath the car and make sure your oil filter is not leaking. And if you have no leaks, then you're good to go. All right, thanks for watching. Good luck.